It's Week 13 of the 2025 season, and the spotlight is on these Chiefs, leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Chiefs and the Jets.
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. Here's Parker Washington with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out to former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Lawrence starting with a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. We get a look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. He'll get this to Etienne. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their 4th-year quarterback.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game you had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win, and certainly some momentum to build on today.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is not a good omen at all. You've spent so much time, Kate, on the first 15 plays, and that first play, you've rehearsed it in your head over and over as a quarterback, as an offensive line. You never, ever want to go backwards, have such a negative play, but now you got to flush it and quickly move on.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. He gets it away now from his own end zone. He's got it near midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Jaguars down running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. First down throw, Lawrence. And pass caught by Strange. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
A give right side, here's Bigsby. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Everett. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Oh, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
The kick by Shudak is good. And that will get them on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. They're going play action. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Lone back gets the handoff. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows hundredfold with your teammates.
Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chiefs pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence able to find Strange here. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. And this one doesn't go far. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he works this to the 38 before going down. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. 7-3 is our score. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Lawrence now off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll send him over right. Trying again, following the sack. Into traffic, complete. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Lawrence working from the gun. He sends this one to the end zone. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a second quarter lead. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Cam Little to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars push their lead to 3. On now is Cook to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. That one finds Xavier Worthy. Give him 24 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're set up at the 35 now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. They'll have him gain up about a handful there. Sent to the ground by Mason Smith. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing off the play fake here. Throwing this back in the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Foye Oluokun with the pick. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, right, you checked down to the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. Here's Etienne on 1st down. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Lawrence looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
This one intended for the running back. And now they're staring at 4th and long. They'll send Logan Cook out again for the punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he put just a little too much on this one as it hits in the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense out to take over. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Rice pulls it in along the sideline. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
First down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. All right, here we go, second down. Back to the well again. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop it behind the line.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be Jaguars football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And that's good for a gain of 5. Christian Fulton the one to bring him down. 3rd and just 2 to go. They send a tight end in motion. ETN on 3rd down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. The Jaguars working here. Jacksonville in punt formation. Back deep, it's Kevontae Turpin. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He's got it at the 24. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. To throw it on 1st down. Dump off caught by his back. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Hauled in by Worthy. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Josh Hines-Allen, that time to haul him down. That's caught for the first. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll throw it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense to the line for second down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. After the sack, another pass on second down. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Pass play now. Dumps it off to his running back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They're throwing it. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Shotgun now on 3rd down. On target to Worthy. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. So we're halfway through this contest from Jacksonville. The hometown Jaguars out in front. Now we'll send you down I-95 a couple hours to Orlando, depending on traffic. And we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. The best of the early games on Sunday may just be in Buffalo, where the Bills face a big test as they'll take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Good stuff to follow on the West Coast in the afternoon window, one being out in Las Vegas, where it will be the Raiders taking on the Washington Commanders. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Sunday night between the New England Patriots and the Cleveland Browns. The Jags were treated to a strong first half from their franchise quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break.
On now is Cook to kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They're going play action. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
2nd and 13. Finds his man Rice. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lift at any time.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he's able to get this down to the 13. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. They are throwing it again. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even.
And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take the lead right away in half number 2. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead.
14, Jaguars 10.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys in Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. Back to throw now. Getting out to his... And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs now lead by 10. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Jaguars 10.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And this truly has been an excellent campaign for him, sitting among the NFL's top 5 in receiving yards. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Motioning one of the tight ends. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. This is ahead for about 5. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
At the 37-yard line.
From the 37. ETN on the catch. Juke the defender. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. They bring Thomas in motion. 1st down throw, Lawrence. Into traffic, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And defenders are there to get him at the line. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That's taken in by ETN. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
The Jaguars into punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. The Chiefs headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. Well, this has been one of the big stories of the game, partner. He's been sacked over and over and over here, and this time, cost him more than just yards. It cost him 2 points and possession. Former quarterback, man, what are you thinking at this point in the game?
I'm thinking I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the training room to get my body right. And I think, were you Marshawn Lynch right there? Over and over
there
and
you
over.
Go. Let's go. And not the way to follow up that safety. They send the free kick out of bounds. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. A tight, and the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. From the gun, ETN gets it. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lawrence working from the gun. That's complete. Here's Brown. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this to ETN. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Drops back. Needs an open man.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
They put a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's Jaguars football. They trail, but it's still within reach. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a defeat.
And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Chiefs and Xavier Worthy back in possession here. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Yardage here. Looking to the air here. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They send a tight end in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Dump off caught by his back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
They motion the tight end over. Now Lawrence. Dumps it off to his running back. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. Etienne again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
That pass caught by Strange. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
You get to that money down, that third down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be their football. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's second down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Throwing off the play fake here. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
To throw it on first down. That one's complete, right side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. On target to Worthy. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
First down, Chiefs.
Man in motion here. First down from the red zone. Put the body on the line for his team. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Looking to throw on 1st and goal. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Rice pulls it in along the sideline.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And they will score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. Travis Kelce, the touchdown! And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. And he's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. The Chiefs offense staying on the field. They're going to try for 2.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
You spend all week on 2-point plays, trying to get to your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. From the shotgun, Lawrence completed over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
And the Jaguars
First down throw, Lawrence. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
So many of these NFL facilities we travel around and we see signage all over the place. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's about protecting it offensively, and it's about doing just that, taking it away defensively.
The Chiefs are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And you know this firsthand, partner. You get above that 300 mark, you and your offense are going to have plenty of highlights to choose from by this point in the game. We're getting a look at some of them now. You just got to marvel at how well he's played the quarterback position here. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Running it now out of the gun. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Another carry for him. And he's brought down for a loss. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fair catch made here at the 30. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. First and 10, it's Lawrence. Trying to push it deep. That's complete inside the 35. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars trim the deficit down to 5. So down inside the final minute, they're ready to try the onside kick. And the Chiefs are able to make that recovery. That should lock up this win.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together, finding the end zone. The Chiefs in a victory formation here as they take a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
The Chiefs in a victory formation here as they take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.